At a speed of 7.5 kilometers per second, a satellite orbits the Earth. A 6-meter rod is then dropped, and it begins to descend the 400 kilometers toward Earth. Just speed, no explosives. This is a concept behind rods from God, the idea of rapidly lowering large tungsten rod from orbit. At first, it starts at Mach 24, but slows to Mach 8 as it enters the atmosphere. Even then, it continues traveling at an incredibly high speed until it hits the Earth's surface. Explosion sound. 4 years, another satellite waits in orbit. Then, upon receiving a command, it releases a capsule. Clayton, in only a few minutes, you can place a reentry capsule containing hundreds or even thousands of drones anywhere you want. Now imagine a dozen satellites traveling in formation, each carrying small missiles. They await a signal from a military command on Earth, a signal that could trigger a strike against a cluster of enemy satellites, destroying their communication and navigation systems in seconds. These are not science fiction ideas. They are real military concepts currently being developed by the world's most powerful nations. We are entering a new era of space exploration, one where control of orbit is just as important as control of land, sea, and air. And it's getting crowded up there. Right now, there are over 12,000 satellites orbiting our planet. And while those visualizations full of dots may exaggerate things, make no mistake, there are thousands of high-tech machines circling Earth, many of them with military purposes. This video focuses on how space has evolved into a crucial battlefield of modern warfare, a domain where satellites not only provide communication and navigation, but also detect missile launches, spy on enemy movements, and track ships and submarines deep beneath the oceans. Militaries around the world are developing technology that could one day disable or destroy enemy satellites, with grappling arms, lasers, or even nuclear detonations. I've spoken with experts, one of whom you'll hear from often in this video, to understand how space warfare works and why this new struggle for dominance is accelerating. It's a realm that's difficult to control, yet impossible to ignore, especially as global rivalries reach new heights. The most powerful nations on Earth are once again turning their attention upward, toward this invisible arena above our heads. And the race for dominance in space is heating up fast. Voice: man is never satisfied in space, an endless ocean, until he pushes himself to the very edge of knowledge, or beyond. Dramatic music swells. Johnny, all right, let's start by talking about satellites. Soft music begins. These tiny computers orbit our planet, attached to lightweight metal frames. Some are cube-shaped, small enough to fit in your hand. Johnny, that's Clayton Swope, a space policy expert at the Exis think tank in Washington, D.C. Clayton, some satellites are the size of a bus, others are no bigger than a mini-fridge. Their solar panels, though, can stretch out like wings, sometimes as wide as you can extend your arms. Some satellites sit far out in geostationary orbit, traveling at the same speed as Earth's rotation, appearing fixed in the night sky like stars. But most operate in low Earth orbit, LEO, between 400 and 800 kilometers above our heads. The perfect region for fast communication and observation. Just look at the International Space Station, circling the Earth every 90 minutes at incredible speed. A constant reminder of just how fast, fragile, and powerful our presence in space really is.